So at the time of recording this, I just beat Deltarune Chapter 2. I'm definitely going to make a video on that. I just beat Tales of Arise. I'm definitely going to be making a video on that. But today's video is special. It is going to be Persona's 25th anniversary. And anybody who's not new to this channel, you guys know how much Persona I just love so freaking much. Now, my entry into the Persona series was pretty strange. I'm not super active in the actual fandom, as I don't really do online communities too much because they tend to get toxic no matter how great and wholesome or whatever some games may be. So I thought I'd just make a video. I'm still practicing art and stuff like that, so I can't come out with some amazing 25th anniversary art like I'm seeing all over Twitter, but maybe by the 30th anniversary I'll be able to do something super crazy, if I keep practicing with that. So I thought I'd make a video talking about why I love this series so much. Now, I believe I got into Persona when I was 18, so it's been a few years, it's been around almost 6 years or so. So I've been into it for a while, and I actually got into it from playing Persona 3 Portable. Now, I was playing through Persona 3 Portable, and I was really, really enjoying it. It's unfortunate to say, I'm sorry, Sega, but I got into it from playing it on an emulator. In fact, I was actually playing it on the PSP emulator from my phone. And the reason I chose to do it that way was because sometimes at work, at the time, it was either super busy, terrible, I hated everything, or dead. Or sometimes it was both in one shift. Like there'd be those designated times where it would just be completely dead. And those times, and I had no friends there. There were mainly just 30 to 40-year-olds who were hating everything because they, hated the life they led and stuff like that. So they take it out on the people younger than them. So I didn't want to talk to them. So I would be on my phone playing Persona 3 Portable. And it ended up sucking because I got so far, and then I can't even remember how far I actually got. But it was pretty, I believe I had all party members. But for some reason, something happened to my phone and everything was fine except my save data was gone. And my list of save states were all gone as well. So I just couldn't get it back. That demoralized the crap out of me. So then I just honestly felt like I didn't really even want to play it anymore. And then I ended up finding out that it's actually, you could play it on your PS3, because the PS3 lets you play some PS2 games. Now, this is what really made the difference to me. Though it was different, I still really liked it. I preferred the presentation there, if that makes sense. The way cutscenes were done and things like that. I wasn't really used to not being able to control my party members because, again, I was playing FES second, and a lot of my playthrough I had played through, the portable version. And this is what I believe really made me fall in love with this series, though. The presentation gave me a little bit something I was lacking, and the fact that I, was playing it mainly at home and not having to put it down every few seconds or, every minute or something like that. I was just able to play it and use it as an escape from school and, homework and all that kinds of stuff, and, be able to play something that I know my friends aren't really into, but it was something I wanted to get into, and I really, really did love it. Persona 3, if you guys saw that one video I made earlier this year about Persona 3 having the greatest ending in fiction to me, I still think that even right now. I truly do think so. That ending impacted me in a to my core. I'm not going to go over it a whole bunch here because I already did a whole video dedicated to just the ending, but I still really loved that. It made me want to get more into this series, and so I did. So it was actually the year. Now I actually kind of have to check. When did Persona 5 end up coming out? Because I think my timing might be okay. No. I think it does. I think it does make a bit more sense. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so I beat Persona 3 in, I'd say, June, I believe, of 2016. Yeah, I'm literally reaching into the farthest reaches of my mind. And then I ended up playing, I think I waited till the rest of summer. It was August. I started Persona 4. And then I ended up putting it down for a bit because I was only playing it through my friend's Vita for a bit. And then I didn't actually have a copy of my own. And it wasn't until December of 2016 when I got my PS TV. And I was playing Persona 4 Golden all the way up to Persona 5 coming out. And I believe I finished Persona 4 Golden just a month beforehand. I believe I finished it around January, because I believe Persona 5 came out. I can't even remember. I think it was like, I think it was Valentine's Day, actually. I think it was Valentine's Day of 2017 when it ended up coming out. But I ended up beating Persona 4 Golden like a month before that, or a few weeks before that, and I fell in love. Anyone who knows me knows Persona 4 Golden is something I consider the best video game I've ever played. Now, there are technically 3 games that take that spot, but they all take my number 1 spot. But Persona 4 Golden, having one of those spots says something to me. Now, Persona 3 may have the greatest ending of all time, but Persona 4 had overall the best everything else. The characters, the story, the presentation, everything was so good. The gameplay was like Persona 3 Portable, except I don't necessarily know better, but it was great. I mean, it was overall it was fantastic. And I think what really made me fall in love with it was the characters overall. I loved Narukami. He was just such a Chad. And Yosuke, bless Yosuke, he is so good. He was just literally reminded me of somebody, I'd want to chill with, a vibe with, a homie that would always be there for you. Persona 4 Golden is, it's not a strange thing to say that most Persona fans consider Persona 4 to have the best characters. And I didn't know that at the time, but I could totally believe it because they were awesome. Chie, Yukiko, Naoto, Kanji, Rise, all of them I love them so much. Don't forget Teddy. I love Teddy. I don't care what anyone says. I love Teddy. But let's move on a bit. Oh, no. Actually, there's one more aspect I really want to talk about. I love that the game was a murder mystery. Murder mysteries is something I really, really love. The whodunit and stuff like that. The roller coaster ride it was to find out who it really was, how they had been doing this, and what we're going to do about it was just a roller coaster. All the doubts we had, the adventure along the way. I think what I love most about the story and the characters was that we basically got to know these characters from rock bottom. We literally had these characters and met them and became friends with them in their lowest of moments, and that's why I feel like the relationship with these characters are so strong, because they decided to become friends when these people were at their lowest. When Yosuke was going through his stuff and everything, it would have been easy for Narukami just to be like, yeah, nah, bro, that's messed up. I'm out of here, bro. Like, it would have been easy to do something like that. And, going forward, same with a bunch of these characters, it would have been fine. But no, despite however Kanji felt, these people still wanted to be friends with him, and they still were. Same with Naoto, same with Rise. They weren't looking at, even though, they were fans of Rosette and stuff like that. They took Rise at face value and seen what she really was, and they wanted to be friends with that person, not Reset, because at the end of the day, this Reset that she's so worried about having to put on a persona of, at the end of the day, that's just another side of her. And, her friends coming and helping her realize this was just beautiful. It was beautiful. Rise's arc is beautiful. I love it. Same thing with Teddy. Teddy, realizing what's truly important, not necessarily about where he came from, but necessarily what he's going to do now, I guess. And I just love that about those characters. I love Persona 4 Golden so much. Persona 5 is a game I love to hate. I love Persona 5, but my friends all think I hate Persona 5. So I keep it going for the meme. But I do love Persona 5, though it may be my least favorite out of, the newest 3 games. I do think it tells a genuinely profound story. And I do think the characters are very, very memorable characters. And I think that's why it caught on so much. I think Persona 5 was the game that this series needed to get more popular, and it did help that obviously, some people try to hate on Persona 5 because it's the newest thing and everything, and people give it too much credit. And I can't even call it overrated. I'd say it deserved every bit of what it got, because it did. You know, I know some people try to say that, oh, it's the first Persona game that was released for a modern platform. And, you know, I mean, you're right, but at the end of the day, it wouldn't have gotten popular if it didn't have something to offer. You know, I mean, I'm not really one of those people that tries to call stuff overrated and things like that. But I will say that sometimes I've experienced the media and not really understood why everybody loved it so much. But Persona 5 wasn't really like that because, well, I played Persona 5 day one. I literally had it day one. I was mad it came in so late because Amazon was late with my package, but I still played it day one. And I think it's the game I played the most. I do think it literally did everything about the game better, in my opinion. Outside of characters and story, I just genuinely prefer those in 4. But gameplay wise and, you know, UI and stuff like that, I genuinely think it's the best the series has to offer. You know, it's the newest game, it should, but not every series can say that. Sometimes when you have a newer game in a series, not every series can say the newest game is better just because it's newer. You know, everybody expects the newest entry to be the best, you know, and to learn from the mistakes of the previous entries. But again, since not every series can say that, I think it's, you know, saying something that Persona 5 can say that. You know, I think it shows how far Persona has come. It's entered the mainstream, and it's even in Smash. Like, we have Persona in Smash, and back in the PS2 days, I don't think anyone would have expected that. I just don't think so. I just don't think so. And that's why I think Persona is a fantastic series. I definitely didn't mean to talk this long, and I know I didn't go over a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously, I didn't talk about how much I love music. I didn't talk about the individual characters of every single game and things like that. We'd be here forever if I did that. But honestly, and I'm sorry for looking down so much. It's because I'm reaching into the furthest reaches of my mind and stuff like that. It's kind of how I do when I record, you know, scripted videos when I don't do face cam too often. But I really hope this video was able to show people who don't know that I love Persona, and maybe somebody who's never played Persona or watched anything Persona, that wow, this must be a series that I really should get into. You know, because that's this whole channel is really about. I love expressing why I love things so much. And if that me expressing that love is something that you can relate to or something you want to relate to, then I think we're both happy. You know, this could be something that where it'll convince you to play Persona, or make you realize you loved Persona more than you realize, or give something more credit than you did before. You know, I feel like this is something that everybody can get something out of. And I just love Persona, so I really want to thank Atlas and Sega for, you know, doing this. You know, I know I didn't really mention Persona 1 and 2, but I have a thinking. The reason I didn't mention Persona 3 either, the reason I didn't really mention 1 through 3 is because I have a sinking feeling that they're going to re-release those games, so I don't want to bring out too much plot points. And I technically didn't play Eternal Punishment, so I kind of hate myself for that. But I did play through Persona 1 and Innocent Sin, like I said before. I have played those games, and I really, really do love them. So by the time I'm recording this video, it's literally any day now we might get something confirmed. So who knows? I don't want to be the guy that spoiled something before it came out. I ain't about to be that guy. But do you love Persona? Let me know in the comments below. If you don't, are you interested in getting into it? I'm sure someone in the comments or even this video will give you some idea of which game you probably want to play first. Though, you know, Persona 3 takes place before 5. You don't need to play them in any specific order. You know, you can play whichever one you want and just enjoy it for what it is. And I love that about Persona. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember everyone to play some games, have some fun, and enjoy your day. Happy anniversary, Persona. I'm so glad I got to play through your series, and here's to many more, 25 more at the very least, years to come.